India's official entry for the 2025 Oscars has been announced, and it's Laapata Ladies. This news has thrilled the film's team, but not everyone is satisfied. Many are asking why Payal Kapadia's All We Imagine As Light and Malayalam film Atom didn't make the cut. The decision has sparked fresh debates on whether India is serious about choosing films that have a chance at the Oscars. In today's video, we'll dive into these questions. Who exactly selects our Oscars entry? What does the selection process look like? And why do we often choose films that seem to reinforce the stereotypes about India? We'll also explore whether India needs a national film policy to strengthen our global image and challenge these stereotypes. On September 23, Laapata Ladies, directed by Kiran Rao, was selected as India's official entry for the Best International Feature Film category at the 97th Academy Awards, which will be held early next year. This film, produced by Amir Khan's production house and released in March, received both critical and commercial success. It tells the story of two newlywed women who mistakenly switched places during a train ride to their husband's home. Following the announcement, Kiran Rao expressed her gratitude on Instagram, thanking the selection committee and everyone who supported the film. She said, deeply honored and delighted for Laapata Ladies to be chosen as India's official entry to Oscars 2025. Now, to understand India's luck with Oscars, let's go back in history. Although films like Gandhi in 1982, Slumdog Millionaire in 2008, both set in India with largely Indian casts, each won 8 Oscars, but neither directed by an Indian filmmaker. When it comes to Indian movies, only 3 have been nominated for the Best International Feature Film at the Oscars: Mother India in 1957, Salam Bombay in 1988, and Lagan in 2001. While 3 of Satyajit Ray's films were considered over the years, none won an Oscar. However, the Academy honored Ray with an honorary Oscar in 1992, which was delivered to him while he was hospitalized in Kolkata. There is a perception that the Western audiences, including the Academy jury, view India through the lens of poverty, gender inequality, and hunger. This may explain why films like Lagan, Salam Bombay, Gandhi, and Slumdog Millionaire resonate more with them as they align with these views which are based on the stereotypes against India. It raises the question, were these truly the best films produced in India at that time? Or do they simply cater to the Western narrative? According to the Hollywood Reporter, the United Kingdom has selected Santosh, an Indian police procedural directed by Sandhya Suri, as its official entry for the 2025 Oscars in the Best International Feature category. This film delves into the mistreatment of Dalits and lower castes in India. Despite having a large film industry of its own, the UK chose to send an Indian film for this category. This decision aligns with the recurring stereotypes often associated with India, such as poverty, caste issues, and social inequality. This brings up a broader debate. Are the Oscars truly about recognizing the best films? Or are we playing into the Western ideals, allowing them to signal their superiority to the rest of the world? The criteria for selection remains unclear. The Film Federation of India made the official announcement of Laapata Ladies movie being selected in Chennai. A total of 29 films were in consideration, including Payal Kapadia's All We Imagine As Light, Anand Ekarshi's Atom, and Sandeep Reddy Vanga's Animal. But what is FFI? How does it select films for the Oscar submissions? And why has it been criticized recently? Let's take a closer look at the FFI and the entire policy. On its website, the Film Federation of India describes itself as the parent body for all leading film associations of India. Its main goal is to promote and safeguard the interest of Indian film industry, including producers, distributors, exhibitors, and everyone connected to the industry. The FFI also aims to popularize Indian films both within the country and internationally. The FFI is responsible for appointing a 13-member jury that selects the film to represent India at the Academy Awards. These jury members are described as senior qualified people from the creative field according to a previous press release. This year, the jury was chaired by Assamese director Janu Barua, who was nominated by the FFI. However, the fact that this year's jury consisted entirely of men sparked criticism on social media. Many question the absence of women, making the references to Laapata Ladies in the selection process and criticizing the perceived arbitrariness of the procedure. The Executive Committee of the Film Federation of India, led by President Ravi Kotarakara, invites filmmakers to submit their films for jury consideration. To be eligible, their films must meet certain criteria set by the Academy. This include being at least 40 minutes long, produced outside the US, with over 50% of the dialogues in a non-English language. Additionally, the film must have a theatrical release of at least 7 days between November 1, 2023 and September 30, 2024. Filmmakers must submit details about the films, its crew, and other necessary information along with a fee of Rs 1.25 lakh to the FFI. In a press release, the FFI encouraged more filmmakers to participate, stating that they will ensure a smooth, democratic, and transparent nomination process for India's official entry. After receiving all the submissions, the jury screens each film and the final selection is made by vote. Jury member Barua mentioned in an interview that they spent about 7-8 days in Chennai watching 29 films and engaging in detailed discussions about each one. He added that the jury looks for films that reflect India's social systems and cultural values when making their decision. In its statement, the Film Federation of India praised Laapata Ladies as a film that can engage, entertain, and resonate not only with the women in India but also with the audiences worldwide. However, the citation received criticism on social media for its language and a few typos. It opened with the line, Indian women are a strange mixture of submission and dominance, and further stated that the film shows that women can be content as homemakers while also having a desire to rebel and pursue entrepreneurial ambitions. Now let's understand the best international feature film category. The Academy Awards invite each country to submit its best film to compete for the prestigious prize. According to the Academy rules, the selection must be made by an approved organization, jury, or the committee with at least 50% of its members being artists or professionals from the film industry. The process of deciding the final nominations involves two stages of voting. First, a preliminary committee reviews all eligible submissions and votes by secret ballot to create a shortlist of 15 films. Then, the nominating committee watches these films and again votes by secret ballot to select the final 5 nominees. In the last stage, Academy members vote to decide the winner. To promote films that showcase India's achievements, rich heritage, and cultural narratives, and to counter the stereotypes often presented by the West, India could introduce a national film policy. This policy would encourage and support filmmakers in creating films that celebrate Indian art, culture, and history, and as well as modern cinematic trends. A key aspect of this policy will be to provide incentives, both financial and in terms of exposure, to empower filmmakers to explore global cinema. Additionally, the policy could incorporate best practices from the Western films and help Indian cinema compete more effectively on the world stage. The national film policy would also serve as a model for states and union territories, inspiring them to implement similar policies at a regional level. Together, these efforts will create a unified, positive narrative of India through its films, highlighting the country's unique stories and achievements on a global scale. Jai Hind, Jai Jagannath.